A live look at Hard Rock Stadium. This is the type of early season game you look forward to, an opportunity to make a statement in a top 10 showdown. It's the Oregon Ducks and the Miami Hurricanes. Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
I caught up with the Ducks head coach before the game. He told me they understand every ranked matchup becomes a measuring stick when you're carrying a top 10 ranking. They got off to a strong start last week, 1-0 on the season, but that doesn't matter. He said, we will be good if we execute each and every game. Keeps talking to the players in the locker room about the sky is the limit for this team, but it will take one game at a time, and he thinks this is the team that can do it. Guys?
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. The Ducks ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Compton. He's got enough. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
And that's not a surprise. We all knew and talked about coming in. Who are they going to feature? They give it to him the first play, and he chews up and gets a first down. We're going to see more of that. I'm excited to watch this matchup, but the defense, Jesse, they better get physical. They better get better in a heartbeat.
Well, and they've got to fight some emotion right now, too, because the fans are excited. The offensive line is absolutely juiced after that opening play. They're now getting lathered up. They're now getting excited. They're pointing to the sideline. Run it again. Run the same play again.
They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Here's Mensah to throw. Fires to the wideout. And the pass falls harmlessly to the ground. We'll see if the laundry is as harmless. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. The run inside. It's Pringle. They bring him down right at the 45. Not enough to move the sticks, but maybe close enough to go for it here on 4th. The Canes will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll look to pin him deep. Trying to take it back. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. From the gun, running back gets to give. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22. One thing you can figure out from these tests early in the season, particularly a top 5 matchup like this, is where you are and just how far you have to go.
Yeah, and which is a talking point amongst your team. It's a prove-it game. Like, let's see where we stack up so we can start building throughout.
Gonna let it fly. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to. And instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball, man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand. Well, that's kind of the advantage of third and medium, right? Is the defense, you keep them guessing. You can throw it, you can run it. That time they hand it off and they pick it up.
Yeah, and you can see the D drop back a little bit. It creates a little bit of space. The
quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
It's always interesting to view the good teams, the teams that are ranked versus the teams that aren't ranked. And this defense, man, like, how do they play it today? I love that start. Coming out aggressive, flying around, playing like your hair's on fire, getting a sack to start this game, getting a little momentum on their side.
And the Ducks now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Dante Moore. He'll take the deep shot. It's picked off. Don't see that very often from this Heisman Trophy candidate.
That teams that play cover one at an elite level have an elite guy in the middle of the field that he's playing zone, everybody else playing man, and he can cover so much ground. You watch him run, he breaks on the football when he needs to, goes and makes the big interception.
He'll try to take it back. Knocked down after getting 6 all the way out to the 34-yard line.
Yeah, and it's a nice decision by the quarterback when you run these RPOs. Man, if you can give it to him and you can get such positive yards like that, continue to do it. Make that defense react a different way, then I'll throw the football.
Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be third down.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you could tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. And the Hurricanes will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Searching for space. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. He threw a pick on the initial drive, but they have it back, and we're still looking for our first points of the game. Got his man on the right. Makes a catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option of working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Throwing more. Quick catch. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Moore to the air. That's reeled in. It's Hampton.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Really helps the play calling when you get 8 on first down. It's 2nd and 2. They'll go to the air. Works the middle. Worked his way to the 38 before they stopped him. It's a 5-yard gain, and that'll be a first down.
Man, this quarterback's got a short-term memory, boy. After the interception on the last drive, that looks so ugly, but he's come out and he's been able to turn the page. 4 for 4 now on this drive, throwing it. He's got himself right back in, locked in a really, really nice rhythm. I don't think you have anything to worry about if you're the head coach looking at your quarterback, seeing how he's responded to that mistake on the last drive.
2nd and long here. Dante Moore wants to throw again. Got it behind the line. It's Hill. Turning it on. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
Well, a great job by the quarterback understanding where the pressure was coming from and understanding where his outlet was. And, David, you know, it's demoralizing, I expect, from a defensive standpoint when you think you've dialed up the blitz and you think you're getting home.
Yeah, and you're doing what you can to try to pressure the QB, and you're bringing extra guys, but sometimes that comes at a sacrifice. And you can see he got the matchup he wanted, took advantage of it, didn't get flustered. That was the biggest thing. Like most most QBs, sometimes when that blitz comes, they'll get flustered really quickly and make a bad decision. He stayed calm, made the right read, made the right decision.
They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Again, it's Moore. Their pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Splits the uprights. Good. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll bring it out. It's Compton. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. From the gun, it's Compton. And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
Under pressure. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down.
In most instances, I would say really, really nice decision by the quarterback. But when you've got speed like this guy has, I think you'd sometimes, instead of throwing it away, would like to see him take off and see if he can go make something with his feet.
He's knocked down immediately, tried to catch them napping on the run and nothing doing. The Hurricanes will call on their punt team. Makes the catch right at the 50. He's brought down, and he looked for room to return it, and there wasn't much there. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Looking for room. It's Hill. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on 1st down. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. And as we start the 2nd quarter, let's go down to Holly for an update on the weather.
Well, guys, as I mentioned early in that 1st quarter, there was some rain. But the bad news, it is getting very heavy right now. Players are starting to rush and grab their jackets, trying to get towels to dry off the ball. Things are starting to get a little bit crazy down here on the sideline as the rain is really coming down. Back to you guys.
We'll see if they can handle the weather in this game. On the ride. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
This is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Hunt is on its way. Gonna field this one in tight quarters. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. This offense has been stagnant so far. 1-2-3 kick the last time they had the ball, and this time really needing to get a score. Turns up, it's Brown. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
Hard running there. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Lining up, trying to convert this 3rd and short from the 40. Burrowing for yardage. Breaks into the open. Smashes through the tackle. Past the 20. Touchdown, Hurricane. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
A big question mark for this offense coming into the year, guys. Who could score touchdowns? Who are going to be their biggest playmakers on offense? This guy scored in the first game. He's off to a great start in this one with that touchdown. This guy looks like the real deal.
And the extra point makes it 7-3. He'll return it. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. They're working that left side. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
Well, they're working the slot receiver on a drag route here. He's just kind of fighting his way through the traffic. He's able to come out the other side, present a nice target for the quarterback.
Long way to go on 2nd down. Moore rolls right. He'll pull it down. Did the work himself. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. It's a 1st and 10. Moore will throw. Throws it deep. Makes a deep grab. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be 1st and goal from the 1.
Well, this offense has shown you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they have completely flipped the field.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And he takes this from inside the 5. Slips through the line. He's on the loose. There he goes. Open it up. He will score. Touchdown, Miami. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
Out of the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. work on offense. Back and forth we go on these last couple of drives, David. Everybody moving the ball.
Man, these offenses are in a rhythm. Everything they're doing right now is working, a lot of scoring. This puts a lot more pressure on your offense, Palmer, when you walk on the field.
And at this point, too, David, which defense can break serve, right? Who can get a stop? That's what it feels like is going to be the determining factor in this game.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Got a little space. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Now here's Moore. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. And the missed connection on third down.
Well, the defense is waking up now, right? The first drive, they allowed a touchdown. They were a bit scrambled. They kind of all got together, rallied on the sideline. They've been pretty lights out since. Forced a punt on the last possession. They've now got the offense set up in fourth down again. Great job there. Pass defense, third down. This defense now starting to put it together.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Looking for a gap. It's Pringle. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
After the 3 yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Throwing, Mensah. Rushes on. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Well, this defense knew they had a tall task playing against this Heisman-caliber quarterback, and the best way to affect him is with pressure. They were able to hit him on that play, and that forced the incompletion.
There he goes! He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
He's got the first down. Here's a little room there. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. And the Canes come to the line with a new set of downs. Straight ahead, it's Compton. They were all over it.
And just nowhere to go for that runner. He had no choice. That defense, they were bringing it up front. Everybody winning their one-on-ones, and they completely had him surrounded.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Mensah. Right side, it's Vaughn. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
Nice job recognizing the route defensively there. As soon as that ball was thrown, that defender knew exactly who it was going to, and he was able to make the tackle at the perfect time. No gain on that one.
Out wide left, it's Compton. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11.
Man, how nice is it to have such a playmaker that you can just dump it off to him, and you just get it to him, and he does the rest, and that's why they do this. They make sure they have a chart that they get this guy the football in space in different ways, and you see why. He chews it up after the catch, making his quarterback look great.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. On the move. Underheat, and he gets rid of it. He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to fight another play in the red zone. It'll be third down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the second down misfire. They make the tackle, and it's short of the marker. It'll be fourth down. So they won't get a touchdown, but a chance to put something on the board before halftime. It's good. Easy call for the refs. Now up by 7 points here in the second.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Back has it. He's on his way. He's got to make it to the end zone. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, so much to get you updated on, so let's get right to it here from the EA Sports College Football Update Desk. Let's open things up with Georgia Tech taking on the number 8 team, the Tennessee Volunteers.
They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return.
And it's the Yellow Jackets coming away with the victory in one of the highest scoring games we've seen all season. And that's now victory number 1 on the season. Hey, every journey begins with a first step, and this team will bask in the glory of this one for at least 24 hours.
Keeping it on the ground to open the second half. Find some space enough to get 5 to the 22.
Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. Might as well run him again. Still on his feet at the 35. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield.
And that's a welcome sight for this offense, man. They really struggled to run the football in the first half. And I promise you, at halftime, in the locker room, first drive, guys, we got to come out, own the line of scrimmage, get the run game going, and that's exactly how they start this half.
And he's able to shed 1 tackle, but still just a very short game.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Smashes him with the stiff arm. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good game there.
Well, you're trailing into games. Someone's got to make a play. There's an accurate throw by the quarterback, and when you throw it accurately like that, you give your receiver an opportunity to advance the ball. Good, strong running. He's able to break a tackle, and that's an explosive play they need now as they're trying to tie this game up.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Look out. Oh, he's got some space. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
Really put an offensive possession together here that's fun to watch. Like, it's fun to watch them own the line of scrimmage, be physical. In this area of the field, this is what they call the fringe, right outside the red zone. It's kind of your last opportunity to take shots, take advantage of the extended space on the field before you get cramped in the red zone. So I look for this offense to be aggressive.
Well, if this offense is going to win this game, and down the road, if they're going to reach the college football playoff and hope to win a national championship, they have got to keep this quarterback clean. Couldn't do it on that last play.
Here's Moore to throw. Here comes the heat. Going to try to get it himself. Got some room headed to the goal line. He'll be pushed out of bounds just short of the end zone, and that one saved a touchdown at least for now.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and the next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Touchdown, Ducks! And they take it in for 6 more points.
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. Miami's offense comes out ready to go to work. Now they'll try to answer that score with one of their own and regain the lead here in the 3rd. Finds his man. No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Quarterback signaling to his guys. Drives inside. Still running at the 40. Oh, a lot of space. The 20. Touchdown, Canes. That one will give him the lead. What an explosive eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot. That he makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. Here comes the Duck offense to get the drive started. How about that blocking up front and that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays. Everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Dante Moore. They're all over it. And down he goes.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
The Ducks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Moore to the air. Look out! Throws to the wideout. It's picked off. The Heisman contender turns it over. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already got the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46.
That's how you got to give the defense credit, though, because with these conditions, it's not easy to catch for the offensive players, certainly not for the defense, but great eye-hand coordination securing that interception.
Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Intercepted. Guess even a Heisman Trophy contender can have a miscue. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already gotten the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his second interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's way. You just get in trouble when you try.
Lets it fly. Hits him in stride at the 10. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon. The extra point here would tie the game.
And they call this sudden change. And we talk about it up in the booth. We're hitting each other right here. Like, you got the turnover. First thing you want to do is be aggressive, take all of that momentum, and go capitalize. And what do, man? One play, a big passing play, a big answer, and big-time momentum gained in this football game.
Set to advance on the football.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they'd get him on the ground at the 20. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Looking to the big tight end. And they can't make the connection.
Well, they're trying to get the big fella the football in the passing game, but they haven't been able to do that yet. He is a really nice target with his size and his athleticism, but him and the QB, they just don't seem to be on the same page right now.
Wants to go up top on second down. Rush right in his face. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be third down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Hits inside. It's Compton. Ball is loose. They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster? I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
Yeah, and sometimes the coverage is just great. And as a quarterback, you throw the football away or don't try to force it too tight into a window, and you just say, hey, defense won that. Well, good coverage.
Man, what a finish we could have. Tie game, third quarter here, 2nd and 10. Looking for space. It's Pringle. They stop him cold. Maybe gets a yard to the 34.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
They need a huge play on 3rd and long. Here's Mensah to throw. Gonna take a shot. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Well, it looked like the offense had a rhythm here early in the drive, getting a first down, but I don't know about that play call. Going deep on 3rd down, low percentage throw, it falls incomplete, and all that momentum that was established early in the drive, that's gone away now if you have to punt.
This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. Moore will throw. Looking to the big tight end. And the timing just a hair off.
And I tell you what, I know it's little when these QBs miss and the ball's not right to them, but man, it makes such a difference with yards after the catch, and in this case, even catching the football. It was just a little bit off, and it just made it a little bit difficult for his wide receiver to try to make the catch.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm now.
From the gun on third down, Dante Moore pulls it in, racing down the left side. He's at the 10. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped.
Well, the offense is finding success throwing this guy's way. He just had a massive, massive play, his longest catch of the game. And I think if you're on offense, you got to keep looking this guy's way. He's now starting to prove that he's eating his guy alive in coverage, and he needs more touches.
They stop him in his tracks, and they'll head to the other side of the field. We've reached the end of the third quarter, and we have a potential classic on our hands, all tied up as we take a peek at the stats. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the fourth. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. Touchdown, Ducks! They've got the lead here in the fourth. They'll try to add another to their lead. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Canes offense comes onto the field looking to put together a drive. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. He's changing the play. Throwing, Mensah. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46.
Let's not compromise.
They've got a first down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, fourth quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. Left side, it's Vaughn. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling. Most important part of a clutch drive. Piece together some first downs. Get in position, and here they are on 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. Escapes the pressure to his right. Just gets rid of it to avoid the sack.
Well, the receiver was double covered on that play, and I don't know if the decision by the QB had to do with the pressure. Because he was hurried, he just had to get rid of that faster than he wanted to. He's lucky he didn't come away with an interception there.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Throws it off the RPO. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the first.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big 4th down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Oh, the attempt is no good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys. The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense, too.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And that is a great job by the defense, containing and constricting the pocket. There was nowhere for the QB to go, and he did not have a lot of time. He went down quick.
The Ducks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Takes a handoff. It's Hill. Turning it on. That is just the kind of run you want when you're trying to close out a game.
Well, that's the best run of the day for him so far, and he's a guy that looks like he's getting stronger as the game goes on. He's beginning to wear on this defense a little bit. If you're on offense, you probably want to keep giving him the ball.
Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard.
And after that negative play on offense with the lead late in the game, I think there's still ways that you can be creative and run the football, but not be so obvious. So zone read type plays, fake dives and pitches to the running back to get him outside, jet sweeps. You can find other ways.
Trying to get behind the defense. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. It's against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Moore from the gun on third down. A strike downfield. A giant chunk of yardage picked up there, and they're down to the 24.
And what a big conversion by the offense there. With the lead late, you're just trying to stay on the field and bleed the clock. At this point, it's tick, 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 tick. Let's run this clock down as low as we can before we snap it.
Throwing Moore. Flip it out to the back on the screen. He's down right there, short gain on the grab.
And I love linebackers, man, that just have a nose for the football, an absolute feel. Great job not losing vision, feeling the running back start to come out of the backfield to catch the football, and then doing the most important part. Probably the hardest, too, getting him on the ground.
They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Quarterback keep. Crosses the 10. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone. And this offense not only has a chance to extend the lead, but they can also drain that clock. Quarterback keeps it. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss.
I know you took a loss on first down there trying to run the football, but you've got the lead, and you've got to continue to run the football. And this is a big challenge now for your offensive line. Those guys up front, you've got to find a way against a defense that knows you're going to do it.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Snap to the back. It's incomplete, and they've been waiting to run that one and couldn't quite pull it off. It's third down.
2nd and goal, no dice for this offense. If I'm on offense right now, I'm thinking about who are my mismatches, who are my big bodies out wide that I can throw them the football and they can make a play over top of somebody.
On 3rd and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. Brought down.
And decision time coming for this offense. How about the defense? They've hung in there, Palmer, made him earn it all the way down. Now, are you going to go for it on 4th down?
Yeah, you know, after running so many plays offensively on the drive, I know it'd be disappointing to only walk away with a field goal, but you'd feel even worse if you went for a touchdown and didn't get it. I think you kick it right here.
And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. And it's good! And now the lead is even bigger.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing the game. Good decision by the head coach here in the fourth quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a 2-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Quick give. It's Compton. Pushes ahead for 1. It's 2nd and 9.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll move the wide receiver. Keep it on the ground. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock. Well, you don't see this very often. So much for fighting until the bitter end as they'll take the unvictory formation. How much fun was that one? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those 2 teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams squaring off. Like, there wasn't a lot of difference between these 2 squads. We could watch these every week. Love calling these games because they're competitive. Great talent on the field. Palmer, unfortunately, somebody had to lose.
Yeah, and the higher-ranked team was ranked higher for a reason. At the end of the day, when it came down to it, they made the biggest plays in the most critical moments. Both of these teams have tremendous playmakers, and they're both going to make a lot of noise late in the college football season, but give the higher-ranked team tons of credit. They earned this one.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis, saying goodbye, everybody.